reproducing what he had done in our lives. Firstly, it was for an individual. But now, he's doing it with what? The entire human race. Because he had succeeded in having his way in the life of one man. You don't know how much God can produce. You don't know how much profit can come to God and His kingdom if He succeeds with your life. You don't know. Praise God. You see, there are certain things, if you know you can't play with your life, if you know how much gain God will have, how much profit God will have if He succeeds with you, there are certain things you cannot do. There are certain things you cannot allow. There are certain things you cannot accommodate, because you know that you are going to become the source of productivity to the kingdom. And that's exactly what God wants from you. That you will have a great harvest, a 100% harvest. This is what God expects. It's unfortunate that for some believers there's no harvest at all. Rather, Satan is the one that has one harvest. But it is we must know that Satan, the fact that you are coming to church does not mean Satan will not have a harvest. What we severe Satan completely out of the equation is when you offered yourself as a sacrifice. It's when you have understood the impact of sacrifice and you commit yourself. You respond to it adequately. That is the point where Satan does not have a footing, does not have a say, does not have an entrance point into your life and the dealings of God. He wants to enter to your mind. He wants to enter to your will. He wants to enter to your emotions. He wants to enter. So God will dedicate him. That today I know that you fail me. Today. When last did God run a commentary touch you? The last time you checked your writing an exam in the spirit and you scored 0 over. You see, you write this. I want you to get that. He will test again and again and again. There is a continuum. There are series of tests that every kingdom man must pass for God to begin to see through. God begin to stretch his hand through. God come to trust. He will not trust someone that has not passed the test. He will not trust. He will not walk through. Paul, the apostle, summarized it in the book of Romans chapter 12, verse 1. Romans chapter 12 says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your service. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. He summarized what we are talking about. He even had to beg, I beseech you, I pray, that you may discern. Very critical. This is a virtue that many believers lack today. So one of the things that will happen to you is that when the fire of the altar has consumed you as a sacrifice and given you a stable shape, a divine shape, which is of Christ, and also shapes you based on the mode of your calling and ordination. One of the characteristics you develop is that of being able to prove, being able to discern, being able to dictate what is acceptable and His will see, what may be accepted may not be acceptable. Are you following me? There are things your generation may accept that are not acceptable. Someone preached and said, if in my practice of ministry, if in my life I have slept with a woman that is not my wife till now, or I have extorted money from somebody, come out and cry in the public, and that became a point of agitation and confrontations and quarrels in the body, ministers of the gospel. I expect that someone is bold to make that kind of statement should be applauded, should be encouraged for standing with righteousness. Some call this self-righteousness. Some came and say he should apologize. The question is, apologize for which wrong? Oh, be logical. Apologize for which wrong? He didn't talk to anybody. He didn't call anybody's name. He says, examine me. Just in case I did something fishy. Maybe in the course of discipling someone's wife, something got wrong. Maybe in the course of discipling someone's daughter, something went wrong. Maybe in the course of ministering to someone, he extorted someone's money. He said, come out and what? Cry. Come out and make it, declare it public. As preachers got angry. The question is that, where are we going? And that's scriptural. Somewhere in the end of his ministry, how to call for examination. Examine me. Paul said, in the responsibility of being examined. Examine yourself to see. Examine yourself. So we must develop the ability, the capacity to be able to prove, test, detect demons. What is accepted may not be acceptable. The fact that it is generally accepted does not mean it's acceptable by God. God deals with life, not when it is right. If it does not submit to the principle of life, God is not involved. That it sounds that is good does not mean it's God. God does not necessarily operate with the principle of right or wrong. He operates with the principle of life and death. Does this generate life or is death?